Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Berserk New World, Part 4. The video cut off at the end of the last video, literally right after I beat Ultros. Fortunately, it didn't cut off right before I beat Ultros, because then that would suck. And the evidence is, we see the last hit go off, and then Ultros goes underwater and says, "That's all, folks." So, fortunately, I do have the feats to back up beating him. Wasn't too difficult. It's kind of hard to gauge difficulty when I don't make inputs. We were potentially like 1 or 2 hits away from dying, because all he would have to do is just do the party-wide tentacle attack that he normally does, and if it had hit Bannon, which it almost certainly would have, then that would have been game over. And then I did the raft sequence afterward. So now the burning question is, which scenario do we do first? I typically do lock scenario first, but I have grown accustomed to the idea of doing Sabin scenario first, so that I can get access to things like Ghost Ring and Sprint Shoes. Because in lock scenario, you only have 2 fighters. 2 fighters versus Hell Angel normally isn't a problem. Hell Angel is one of the easiest bosses in the game if you do his gimmick, the gimmick as intended. But if you don't do the gimmick as intended, or for whatever reason you can't do the gimmick as intended, he suddenly becomes a significantly harder boss, because you can no longer avoid his spells. You can't avoid being hit with sleep, which is debilitating. Just having one of your party members asleep means that you can no longer either A, runic his spells, or B, you no longer have a means to DPS. But I think we're just gonna But if you do lock scenario first, you get access to Black Belt. I'm pretty sure Berserk characters can counter, and that's super useful for that segment. Also allows you to skip Rizzo Boss. I'm going to do Sabin scenario first. Dual Knight's Cape allows us to get extra vigor. I'll probably replace that with Power Glove. Honestly, same thing here. I'm just gonna... We don't have 2 of them, fortunately. It's not common for people to really do it. I haven't really seen it in runs where people double stack relics that are redundant. But relics, man, even something as simple as just +5 vigor or +5 speed really makes a difference. Recently, I've been paying more attention to what equipment bonuses do. Normally, I wouldn't buy extra bandanas because I would feel I would need one, but oh, we can't use that or that. But I've learned some new tricks, I guess. Like, look at that, 68 vigor. Holy shit, dude. So, see what kind of damage we're looking at. So we're probably gonna... I'm thinking I'll probably get rid of Shadow so we can get Interceptor on Realm in honor of Dan. But I might just not do it just to see if it's doable. And I really think Shadow has something to offer endgame while Berserked that I would miss if I didn't have him. And I also want to see if Isis is beatable without the Realm Interceptor type thing. I'm sure it is. I seriously doubt Dan went through as much rigmarole and as much BS as I went through to beat Isis solo. Okay, so we're gonna get Power Glove here in a bit. Normally I give that to Sabin, and I probably still will. I think I'll do that and then give the other Knight's Cape to Shadow so he can get the dual Knight's Cape bonus. We probably will, I'm sure we won't need it, but this will statistically increase the likelihood that we get, that we're able to kill him without having to use Dispatch. And then this will give us some extra EXP that I'm sure we don't need, but I'm going to get anyway. Having Cyan gain more EXP means I'll feel more incentive to use him. Over other characters. I could see Cyan potentially being an MVP or one of the MVPs of this run, simply because, I mean, he's look at him, look at his damage, dude. Nearly 700 damage off that one crit at level 10. I think the downside of why he probably isn't like a popular choice in this run, at least late game, is because he doesn't have access to, other than like Mutsu Kami, I guess, he doesn't have access to like procs from like Illumina and stuff like that. So I could understand why someone wouldn't be in a hurry to use him over characters like Terra or Celeste, because even if he could hit the damage cap, it's like so can other non-melee characters who also have additional benefits and equipment. Oh shit, we I should have healed. Oh man. I totally paid for and deserved that one. I didn't know we could get antlion encounters here. I had no idea. Probably because there's only one walkable tile on that entire section that can have encounters. And there's only one desert in the entire game. Okay, so we're going to try that again and just remember to heal with dried meat. Sorry, but I cannot. Yeah, the Templar has high defense, so it was actually potentially a good... Wow. Okay. I didn't think he'd die in only 2 hits. It's because we were berserked and we also gave a bonus to his damage output. I like thinking about all the individual little tidbits, little things, how they all stack up. Sometimes that's all it takes to be the difference between whether or not you get an additional turn economy's worth of hits. And sometimes that one turn is the difference between life and death. This isn't one of those times, but still. I think that if a person thinks that way in everything they do, then they can beat any challenge run. Okay, so Knights... Okay, Green Beret means we can still get the HP bonus without having to rely on Knight's Cape. stamina, defense, magic evade, but lower speed, and I don't like that. He can afford to lose speed. His vigor is not so important. We'll get power glove. I really just want a shit ton of vigor. Well, he only loses 2, but he just straight up doesn't need it. I like how, see, that's another thing, is that asking anyone if Green Beret is better than Banana should be a no-brainer for anybody, but I don't know, man. I like having the plus 2 vigor. I like that there's options for that kind of thing. Oh my god, Kefka's Berserk 2? What the fuck? He is a player character. Dude! We literally killed him! Are you kidding me? Holy shit! What the fuck? Friggin' I'll be right back. That was friggin' unreal, dude. I can't believe it. I half expected a new cutscene. Okay, so Telstar time. I'm somewhat worried because we can't really target Telstar directly, and also Fight Command will summon baddies, so we could end up in a nearly indefinite system where we're just hitting the wrong targets. Oh shit, we fucked up. We fucked up that. We can still probably beat him. Oh, does Berserk not? He doesn't counter. We can still beat him. This is what I mean by the game needs to be a little bit harder. Like, I'm literally going... Granted, we're Berserk. I'm literally going to beat this one guy with just a Berserk Shadow, and with Sabin, he's literally just the guy to take out the Dooms or to take attacks for us. He can't damage Telstar at all. And that's a wrap. Power Glove, one of the best relics in the game. And that is definitely going to sap him. Oh yeah. Wow, man, the sheer damage potential of these characters right now is absurd for this point in the game. You're done. don't remember. Is there a way to get to that one tent up north? I know you can't get into it once you get the Magitech, and you can't come back to get that thingy. So, how do you get into there? Oh shit! That's right. I forgot. Talisman. I've gotten in here before. I just forgot. Talisman does boost vigor, but not enough to justify using it with what we have. He wanted to heal himself from Berserk. And then we can't get that chest until friggin' right before 40 continent. I remember when I did Party of One challenge, man, friggin' hilarious. Literally, Sabin and Shadow were both dead. 0 HP, but I could still walk around because Cyan was effectively in the party, even though you couldn't access them in the menu. So it was literally just Cyan versus all the guards. Oh my god. Oh my god! He can use Dispatch while Berserk, presumably just in this cutscene. And he absolutely murked every single guard. All of them. Holy shit. Like, that's like Dataluma levels of damage. shit. We should have healed. Another reason I chose Sabin scenario first was because I didn't want an easy way out from the Rizapaz fight. I didn't want to I didn't want to cheat Rizapaz by getting a counter on the enemies beforehand, and I didn't want to not use the awesome Black Belt relic, aka the best relic in the entire game, just because I don't want to cheese the boss. I'd rather just not have it at all to worry about it. It also makes Spirit Train more of a threat, even though I know we're just going to completely demolish him. I literally beat Spirit Train with solo Sabin, literally Sabin just by himself, with no equipment on whatsoever, no claws, no helmet, no armor, no relics, and the train was moving at double speed enemies, no way of hard type. And I still fucking won. I didn't do it in one try. I had to actually do at least 10 or 12 tries. So it took me some time to do it, but I did it, and it wasn't that hard. And I didn't have any Slim Jims. That boss is... he's stupidly weak for, seemingly no good reason. People come up with all these convoluted reasons why it's justifiable, he's an early boss, and Act 1 is just a tutorial, and it's yeah, but... Hell Angel is not that easy. Well, he is, because he's the gimmick. Vargas is arguably harder, and Vargas is an easy boss too. I've complained that Vargas is too easy, but people are like, oh, well, he's the first boss. He's like a tutorial boss, and he's so early in the game, it's okay, yeah, I get it, but Phantom Train, Spirit Train, comes way after Vargas, and that's not really justifiable because Ultros is also before Spirit Train. Ultros is way harder than Vargas. So Vargas and Ultros are harder than Spirit Train. I'll discount Rizapaz as a boss, I guess, because he's really more like an enemy with a boss animation. And I'll also discount Hell Angel because you could technically do lock scenario before Sabin's, which I usually do. But there's just, and obviously it makes sense that Welk and the Captain would be easier than Spirit Train. But there's no justifiable reason why Vargas and Ultros are easier than Spirit Train. And some people might make the argument that Vargas is easier than Spirit Train, which I don't agree with at all, because Spirit Train does have some nasty status effects, which I guess is the thing that makes him not completely worthless. But like, there's no denying that even with the ability to set stat damage, there's no way you can argue that Ultra is easy with a friggin' Spirit Train. I think the reason for it is you just have too many tools to use against the Spirit Train that he's weak to. Like, you've got Mind Blow, you've got Spirit Claws, you've got Sap damage you can put on him, you've got... I think I'll make this extra hard and not take Spook. Harder. You can slow him. You can completely disable his status with Ghost Ring. There's too many ways to like mitigate his damage, and there's too many ways to mitigate. And his health is just too low, is what it comes down to. He simply dies too fast, and it's not even as a result of like taking a specific party or having a very specific setup. The party you have is mandatory, and it's very... There's not much you have to really do in the way of figuring out how to make that happen. But even if you don't, he still just dies way too fast. I guess that was intended, maybe because there's just no good way to make him difficult. I don't know what the developer's justification for making him so easy is. He's just not difficult. He's not a difficult boss. His damage output is fine. He hits not hard, but as hard as you would expect of a Brave New World boss early on. So he's not lacking in the damage that he can outdo. He just, I don't know if it's his HP, I don't know if it's because of the equipment you have available. He just dies too quickly. He dies too fast. Okay, I'm buying 8 Ghost Rings because normally I buy just 1 or 2. 4 is so you can have 1 on every party member if you need it, but there's also dungeons where you have 2 parties, so 8 just in case I want to have Ghost Rings on everybody. I'll go ahead and buy 4 more just in case I decide to use... I'm just kidding. 12 Ghost Rings. Ghost Ring on every character in I shouldn't have bought 8 Ghost Rings. What the hell is wrong with me? That was ridiculous. What I needed was 6 Ghost Rings. And the off chance that in the Phoenix Temple I decide to make friggin' 3 undead per party, which I don't see why I would, but... And if I need more, I can steal them. We should have revived 7, or Cyan. Yeah, we goofed. It's pretty cool that I don't know if there was something I was supposed to get in there that I missed. I don't think so. Most of the chests were the same ones, or they're open for another reason. I don't remember if that's the same train cart. I spaced out for a second. One thing that's really cool about the fact that we're Berserked is that our DPS is just so high that any threat that we would normally accumulate by missing our target, or hitting the wrong targets, or by not being able to control ourselves doesn't really matter. It just doesn't. Because we kill everything before their timers or whatever can go off. Alright, so everyone in back row, so that way we get front road when we fight Spirit Train. Well, you're not going to hit us with Berserk. That sucks. Dude, I'm starting to eat my words a little bit. Well, we're about to get, appeared, so we're good. Sabin will be able to fix that. We're good. You can make an argument Spirit Train is actually potentially difficult, because if you were to get triple Berserk like I am now, this could happen. Yeah, I think we actually died here. My god, that's so much damage. That slow might allow us to get another attack off. Yeah, we're gonna, if this doesn't finish us, we won. No? Come on. Oh, no, we died. God, that was just so much friggin' damage. I ate my words there, though. I really did. Alright, as long as Sabin doesn't get taken out of the fight, we win. Friggin' 1,000 damage per hit. 1,100. Like, my god. We slowed him, he's done for. No, one thing that'd be a cool quality of life change I doubt anybody cares about, which is just to speed up animations. It would be cool if your attack has already procced the target after slow, then the proc will no longer show itself again. And that's it. Yeah, he just has, his HP is just too low. That's it. His HP is just way too low. We have too many ways. Not too many ways. We just have too easy of a way to completely steamroll him with Sabin. And even if you don't use Spirit Claws, you have Aura Bolt. We forgot to switch rows again. And honestly, like with our Berserk status and our equipment and our higher levels, we're almost hitting for normal damage anyway. It auto-unequips, but whatever. Okay, so this video is getting to be a little bit too long, so we're actually going to do Barren Falls, and then when we get to the belt, we're going to call it a day. I think all that is fine. Yeah, we're not going to worry about defense. We're not going to worry about healing. We're not going to worry about really anything. I mean, okay, so... Go ahead and save. Just be safe. We do have to worry about the Gauntlet because we can't heal in between fights for Rizopaz. But I think we have enough DPS to not have to worry about it. I'm banking on just being able to... A lot of fights in this run, at least early on, are going to be, don't worry about healing, don't worry about defense, don't worry that much about HP, just get as much vigor and attack power onto your character as humanly possible, front row them, and just let them just hit shit. If you can get haste, even better. Just let them completely destroy everything. episode. Yeah, I think we got him.